I was 13 when I was diagnosed. Sad, but I was like, gotta keep my head up because everybody else was crying.
I'm supposed to be the strong one, and he was actually the one who was strong.
Peyton was diagnosed in December of 2011, and it was right before her first birthday. You can't think about how you're going to make ends meet when you just got blindsided with this diagnosis that, I mean, she could have died. She could have died, so it was tough. Why is it scary?
Could they get poked?
Yeah.
Emily was diagnosed essentially since she was born. We found out that she was going to need a eventual kidney transplant, and through multiple surgeries we continued to wait.
My name's Pamela Harrison, and Anthony was diagnosed with B-cell lymphoblastic leukemia.
I'm Rich.
I'm Heather. Our daughter is Peyton, and she has atypical hemolytic uremic syndrome.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Eric.
And my daughter Emily is battling with chronic kidney disease.
Day-to-day struggles, that is something you never expect. One day you're living life normal, and the next day everything is just torn apart. Just to, be able to live, be able to pay bills, be able to just to do your everyday normal thing. It was a struggle in itself. And when you call yourself saving for that rainy day, you don't realize that your rainy day savings is gone in a blink of an eye, because it's like, okay, all these bills have piled up and now you're the main one who has to, be responsible for them. So what do? The struggles were very tough, very, very hard.
So we thought, oh, maybe she has something else. Then you find out she has another rare disease. So
Because the first time they thought she had something with supportive care, she would get better. And this was something they didn't even have any treatment. There's no cure for it. She's gonna have to have this infusion forever. She might not be able to have kids. Just every time she has a fever, she has to go to the hospital. It's just going from 2 kids that are healthy and perfect and beautiful to your reality is just totally, it's devastating.
that was the
Worst night of our lives.
Yes, by
for
far
sure.
the worst night of our life.
When we were in the hospital, I think a social worker came in and said we were going to have a 20% copay on her medical bills, and the drug that she was getting infused was like $12,000 a dose, and she was going to be getting this every week for a month and then every 2 weeks for indefinitely. So I don't know, I couldn't even wrap my mind around that at first. I didn't know how we were going to even get there, and luckily we never had to because they stepped in and helped us out.
Okay, so they were like the same size.
Emily requires medications or other medical procedures every 2 hours. It's around the clock, it's 24 hours a day. So everything's coordinated out, everything's timed out. Your sleeping is coordinated out to fit everything that she needs in order to sustain life. So a lot of challenges is the small things. It's making sure that the pharmacies have what they need and the supplies are getting shipped to your house, and they are every day because not everything lands on the same time. Making sure that she can get to the simple things like to school and to her dance and everything else that normal children try to do. Factor in work and school and everything else that you're doing as a normal family. It's really quite challenging throughout the day.
Did I broke it? I dropped. never to go back to Buzz Lightyear for help.
Some of the things that we do to stay positive and as a family is we just joke around. We just bust each other's chops, and Anthony has been more positive through this whole thing than any of us. He loves Facebook. He's always on his phone. He tries to cook. He does try to cook, but we won't talk about that.
As a family, she loves to wrestle and fight with her dad, and she also dances. She loves to play baseball.
Yeah, she's a good baseball player. We play baseball. She likes to punch me and fight. So we have fun there. She's a handful, but
She's definitely a sassy little girl, but that helps her through this.
oh, I don't know if my shoulders can do
IACKids has helped me tremendously. Anthony's father passed away in 2013, so it was very, very hard to have to go through this alone. And IACKids came in and took the burden of all the stress away. They were just there for me in every way, and it was a blessing. It was a true blessing.
IACKids helped us get back on our feet after Peyton was sick. They helped us with mortgage payments and our car payments and just things that were kind of adding up that you kind of don't even think about when your kid is sick because that's your last priority.
They literally put a roof over our heads. I needed to have a roof replaced on my house. It was something that needed to be done, as many homeowners have. But every time we tried to save for it, I needed to take that money out to use for medical supplies to save my daughter. It got to the point where when it would rain, there would leak into the house. And IACKids came in with Highland contractors, and they literally put a roof on our huts. I no longer have to put pots out in the kitchen to save it when it rains, and it's dry at home.
To the people at IACKids, keep doing what you're doing. Families and the sick children, and they help so many people. They have helped us in so many ways, and they're just a blessing. They're almost like guardian angels. And I know for me and my family, that's what they were to us. They were a guardian angel.
There's no words. There are no words to thank these amazing souls for helping us with our daughter. And they really, I feel like John and Neil really are friends and they care about us, and it's just, I don't know. There are just no words. I get kind of, I don't know. I don't know what to say. 4 years later now, she's doing well, and we just kind of take it a day at a time. That's all we can really do.
Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for coming in and helping our family. To anybody who's looking to donate, it changes lives. It gives you hope again when you felt like you were kind of on your own island. And just thank you.